Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with more heavyweight action. Let's first welcome to the ring, coming to us from Australia, Mark the Viking De Mori.
Vervoelde lymfjene, med mine slægtninge og landsmænd, brændende landskaber i mørke tætte skov.
Well, the most notable name on this man's record is David Haye, former world champion at cruiserweight and heavyweight, who was beginning a comeback back in 2016 and dispatched De Mori inside a round. De Mori has been very confident during the various set-piece events here in Riyadh during fight week. But this is a huge leap up in class once again for the man from Perth in Australia, who spent a decade or so very recently in Croatia, the home nation of the man he's facing tonight, but moved back to his homeland earlier this year. He knows what an opportunity this is, but the bookmakers suggest that this potentially is the most one-sided event of the evening. And this then the arrival of 31-year-old Filip Hrgovic, Olympic bronze medalist, now looking to make a mark in the professional ranks.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Croatia, the undefeated Filip El Animal Hrgovic.
And a decent round of applause for the man from Croatia. Boxing once again on an Anthony Joshua undercard, as he did last time out, when by his standards he laboured to a late stoppage win against the Aussie, another Aussie, Dempsey McKean. And if he's looking for a defence for that performance, then it was his first appearance in a year, and previously he'd beaten the giant Chinese heavyweight Zhilei Zhang. Hotly disputed, but given Zhang's two performances after that in beating Joe Joyce twice in a row, that form looks way, way beyond anything that Mark De Mori has achieved in his career. Hrgovic really must look good tonight. Deceptively effective, but not always easy on the eye. Tonight he has a chance to produce something very sparkling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 10 rounds scheduled in the heavyweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions. For Riyadh Season and National Event Center in association with General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions, and Sella. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Robin Smith, timekeeper is Jason Booth. Our three judges assigned, all from England, will be John Latham, Kevin Parker, and Michael Alexander. Our referee in charge will be Mark Lyson of England. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with white and weighed in officially at 249 pounds. Coming to us from Perth, Western Australia. He brings a professional record consisting of 41 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 36 of his 41 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark the Viking De Mori. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with red and weighed in officially at 243 pounds. Coming to us from Zagreb, Croatia, he was a 2016 Olympic bronze medalist and now as a professional is undefeated with 16 wins. 13 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Filip El Animal Hrgovic.
Okay, Mark. Okay, boxers, I've already spoken to you both. You know what I expect. Stay professional, obey my commands, and most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, boys. Good luck to you both.
So this, as I was saying, potentially the most one-sided affair on the card. Bookmakers in the UK having Hrgovic at odds of 1-50. In other words, you put on £100, $100, and you win just 2.
For the first round.
That's the gulf in class in terms of their records, going back to Hrgovic's amateur days and that bronze medal at the Olympic Games, and now unbeaten in 16 in the professional ranks. A well-travelled man as an amateur and a pro. 9 countries on his record in only those 16 fights, and the 3rd time he's appeared here in Saudi Arabia as Demori tries to land an overhand right, but almost pulled it before he threw it. So apprehensive.
Let's see if he backs up what he's been saying all week. He understands he can't win this fight at range, so he said he's going to get on the chest and try and land big shots on Hrgovic, who, for me, he has to look good, like you say, Mike. Needs to get this job done early, in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, Demori's been, you know, he has 2 losses, been stopped twice, and both of them in the first round. I expect this one to heat.
This looks like yet another one. Overhand right, down he goes, and the best part of 2 minutes still to survive.
Well, that's going to be the shot. It's going to be that right hand, and I don't think this is going to go much longer. He needs to just work behind that jab. The right hand will follow. As I say that, Demori throws a big right hand himself, but
the Australian swinging for glory, but surely only likely to walk onto one, as Hrgovic now goes looking for the finish. And Demori turns his back, and what's the referee going to do here?
The referee's saying that he got hit behind the head, but Demori's turning his back.
And in comes the towel, and the referee steps in at the same time with more than a minute to go in the opening round of what was quite simply a mismatch on paper and a mismatch in reality, as Filip Hrgovic makes it 17 in a row, 14 inside the distance. It will never get easier.
A mismatch on resume as well. I mean, this is the thing about matchmaking. We have an Olympic gold medal, an Olympic bronze medalist in Hrgovic, and most of his fights, all of his fights, he was fighting winners. The difference between De Mori is in 45 fights, only 3 of those fighters had winning records. That's why resume matters in boxing.
yeah, regardless if those shots were around the back of the head or not, the corner did the right thing, because they've just saved their man from getting seriously hurt. He couldn't miss with the right hand. Hrgovic, we know he's a big puncher. 13 KOs out of 16 wins, 14 now. But levels and levels above this man, Mike.
And in days gone by in the amateur ranks in Eastern Europe and beyond, they would go back after this and make him have a decent workout in the locker rooms to just use up and absorb the energy that he's built on the way to the ring and all through fight week and the preparation in general.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing, look, he got hit with that big right hand. That was a clean right hand right on the temple. He probably never felt power like that. Hrgovic has a big right hand, but as far as when he got up, he was turning his back, which is something that no fighter should do. So the referee should have warned Demori instead of warning Hrgovic for hitting behind the head. There's no other choice but to hit the side of the head when your opponent is turning his back.
Yeah, like I say, the corner doing the right thing. That's an absolute fine shot there. That's on the temple of Demori. That one slightly round the back of the head, but there was absolutely no chance that Mark De Mori was winning this contest. He landed some big right hands, but had no effect.
And you could see Hrgovic was going to throw that right hand again, but he knew that he was going to land it behind the head. So credit to Hrgovic for being a gentleman right there, because he could have thrown that right hand, but he knew he had a wounded fighter in front of him that really didn't come to fight more than 3 minutes.
Let's get the official time then from our MC, Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 46 seconds of round number 1. Our referee in charge, Mark stops the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Filip El Animal Hrgovic.
'17 unbeaten then for Filip Hrgovic from Croatia, Olympic bronze medalist back in 2016. Edgar Berlanga returning to action on DAZN February the 24th in Orlando, facing Northern Ireland's Padraig McCrory in a 12-round super middleweight main event. Berlanga, of course, the man who started his career with 16 straight first-round stoppage wins and looking to get back to those knockout winning ways. So Filip Hrgovic then, winner of a very, very comfortable night for him, and he's talking now up there in the ring to Chris.
Filip, congratulations. I think you probably expected coming in this was going to be a short night, but did you expect it to end this quickly?
Yeah, to be honest, I expected this kind of scenario. It was more like a stay busy fight, and I'm looking forward for my title shot and for the big fight in the future.
You knocked him down in the first round, or early in that first round. He came up swinging right away. You surprised he had that attitude?
Yeah, he's a brave guy. Thanks to him, to his team, to accepting the fight. I want to say thanks to Saudi Arabia, to His Excellency. Thank you very much for everything. I think this is what boxing needs, and I'm looking forward to be part of this. And thanks to all the promoters, everyone, for organizing this great event. Thanks to my team, and I'm ready for the title.
So let's talk about that title shot. You are now #1 in the IBF rankings. Are you expecting a world title shot to come next?
Yeah, definitely. IBF declared that I'm the next in the line. I should fight winner of Tyson Fury Usyk, and if they vacate the title, I'm going for a rematch. I'll fight the best ranked on the IBF rankings. So definitely, title shot is next.
What's your preference on that title shot? Because you're right, you could take on the winner of Fury against Usyk. You could also take on somebody like Jared Anderson, who's down the rankings. Do you have a preference?
Jared Anderson is for breakfast. For this kid, is not smart to fight with me, you know. But it could be winner of Joshua Wallen. It could be Jared Anderson. It could be Fran Sanchez. I'm open for all these fights. They are all big names, and I'm ready, man.
Congratulations, Filip.
Thank you.
Mike?
Thank you, Chris. A very confident-sounding Filip Hrgovic after that win against Mark De Mori, in which he was barely forced into a sweat. Sergio, the phrase there was that Jared Anderson would simply be a breakfast meal. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that was a hearty breakfast he just had because, you know, he really didn't come to fight.
Now that is what you call a formality. I think that's what everyone expected there from Hrgovic. It was just a kind of brush off any kind of cobwebs that there may have been, just a tick over fight for him to look forward to what would be something that he's dreamt of since he turned professional, and that's to fight for a world title.
And that, excuse me, that's the reason resumes matter. You know, if you look at the resume of De Mori, 6 of his 7 first wins were pro debuts. Normally, you don't want that in a fighter to start off with. And in 45 fights, only 3 had winning records. And the flip side of that, Hrgovic, every single one of his